Hi, everyone. Happy Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. The tomb is empty. Jesus is risen. Our gospel today comes from John chapter 20, starting in verse 11. But Mary stood weeping outside the tomb. As she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb, and she saw two angels in white sitting where the body of Jesus had been lying, one at the head and the other at the feet. They said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She said to them, "They have taken away my Lord, and I do not know where they have laid him." When she had said this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not know that it was Jesus. Jesus said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you looking for?" Supposing him to be the gardener, she said to him, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have laid him, and I will take him away." Jesus said to her, "Mary." Then she turned and said to him in Hebrew, "Rabboni," which means teacher. Jesus said to her, "Do not hold on to me, because I have not yet ascended to the Father. But go to my brothers and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary Magdalene went and announced to the disciples, "I have seen the Lord." She told them that he had said these things to her. Well, we come to another Easter Sunday, still having to be apart. Last year we were apart and at this time, and it was crazy that we were having Easter in social distancing, and that we had been socially distant for a few weeks, and here we are a year later, and we're still isolated and having yet another Easter apart from each other. And I am speaking to you today from quarantine. I tested positive for COVID, and so I've been quarantining all week, and I'm healthy. I've just had minor symptoms, and I'm doing fine. But this is certainly not the Easter that I would have wanted and was hoping for. And I know all of us are missing seeing each other and being together, and this is not really the Easter that we wanted. And I know that I really miss all of you. And I miss us just being together and everything being normal again. And I'm starting to feel impatient and anxious for this to all be over. But there's hope, and I know vaccines are going out and people are getting vaccinated or scheduled to get vaccinated. In a few days, everyone in Michigan will be eligible to get vaccinated. And we are planning on starting our in-person outdoor church again on May 2nd. And we'll be back outside in our garden again and in the backyard of the Micah 6 house at 32 Newberry. And it'll be so good to be together and sharing a meal and worshiping God together in person in community. And so we wait, and it's a reminder of the gospel today. Mary Magdalene comes to the tomb, and she's in grief and sorrow because this person she loved and followed is now dead. And she comes to the tomb, and the tomb is empty, and the stone is rolled away. And then Mary is sitting outside the tomb crying, and Jesus appears, but she doesn't recognize him. She thinks he is the gardener. And then there's this beautiful moment where he just reaches out and says, "Mary." And in that moment, she recognizes him and says, "Rabboni, teacher," and holds on to him. Before that moment, she sees Jesus, and Jesus has changed the whole world, and nothing is ever going to be the same ever again, but she doesn't recognize it yet. It looks like everything is still the same. And we look around our world and we see the same thing. The tomb is empty, Jesus is resurrected, the world has changed, the resurrection has occurred and is occurring all around us, and yet we are still in a place of grief. We are in a place of death. And it seems like nothing has changed. We've been in isolation for over a year now, and things are even getting worse. COVID numbers are going up, and the disease is spreading, and it feels like this is never going to be over. But in the story, Mary is able to open her eyes and see Jesus right in front of her, that he's been there the whole time. She sees the resurrection right in front of her. And nothing will ever be the same. Because the tomb is empty, and Jesus is alive. And what once was grief and sadness and despair and death now is life and hope and possibilities. And so today, on this Easter Sunday, we too can have our eyes opened and see that while we may still be surrounded by sadness and grief and death, we can open our eyes and see that there is also resurrection all around us. There's goodness and beauty, and in the midst of despair, there is hope. There is the work of resurrection all around us. We have these vaccines and healthcare professionals and essential workers who are working hard and working together, and something that has never happened before, this monumental historic effort to get 300 million vaccines in this country and billions around this world, just this unprecedented global effort as everyone is coming together to cure the sick and end this pandemic. We look at this and we see people working together and we see resurrection. And I look at you and I see resurrection. I see a community of people who come from different backgrounds and different perspectives, and this diverse family coming together and bridging our differences and barriers to come together and make this family of love and joy and hope together. That we can overcome challenges in our life and make a difference and make this city and this neighborhood and this world a better place. That Jesus is working in us to redeem our struggles. And what once people who looked at us might see people who have been in prison or been unemployed or struggled with drugs or experienced homelessness or people who have struggled with depression, that is no longer what we are. Because we have our eyes opened and we see Jesus working in us. We see that we are children of God and that we are finding resurrection together. And you are my hope this Easter Sunday. You are opening my eyes to the resurrection all around us. And you are the first fruits of the resurrection and witnesses of the resurrection in your lives and the family that we share together. And I miss you all so much. And we're going to be together very soon. And so this Easter Sunday, I want to worship you and sing together the song to remind us that even though we're not together in person, we are joined together by that spirit of resurrection and the love that we share. We're still together. And in our joy and our sorrow, we are never alone. God be with you till we meet again. By his counsel's guide uphold you. With his sheep securely fold you. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. Till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. When life's perils thick confound you, put his arms unfailing round you. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. Till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. Keep love's banner floating o'er you. Smite death's threatening way before you. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, be with you till we meet again. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you. May the Lord look upon you with favor and give you peace. And we say, God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good.